We've been working for months getting the new LawyersAgent PRO set up with new features, new graphics, and a simpler user interface. LawyersAgent PRO looks much cleaner, is even easier to use, and has new features that are going to re-energize you and wow your clients. With that, we introduce LawyersAgent PRO. In this tutorial, we're going to go through all of the new features of LawyersAgent PRO, but before we get to that, let's do a little refresher on downloading and registering. Just log into LawyersAgent.net using your username and password. Once logged in, we'll be taken to the Rep Central page. To download the program for desktop, we click on either Windows or Mac, and we'll click on Windows. You see that when you click on Windows, you aren't directed to a new page. The program starts to download automatically. You just tap on Run and go through the install just the same as before. Once the program is downloaded, you hit Register Now, and you'll be given a 3-digit code. This is now called the website code, as in the code you put in the website to generate a registration code. We've also color-coded the website and registration codes. The website codes will be green, like the start, in the program and on the website. The registration codes will be in red, like the finish. For now, let's write down this 3-digit website code. We'll need it in just a minute. To get a registration code, we go back to Rep Central that should be running in the background. You'll click on Registration Codes in this blue box and see that there are 3 options to choose from. Register a new user, register a second device, and renew existing customer. To register a new user, I'll click here, and we get to the screen where you input all the client's information. Remember, you want to track if the client is giving you business or not by marking the appropriate type: all business, some business, or no business. Once the information is filled out, you'll enter in the 3-digit website code. Remember, it's the green one we got from the program just a minute ago. We enter the green code into the green box. Once in, you choose the client's method of payment, either cash check, credit card, or iPhone. This is if they've already paid through their iTunes account on their iPhone. Once you've chosen the method of payment, you will see your registration code in big, bold, red print. This is the number that you need to put back into the red box in the program, just like this. It's all color-coded now. Then click Set Code, and your program is registered. Now we come to the part you've all been waiting for, the new Pro version. You can see that the look of the program is very different. More color, sharper images, and the setup may look a little different than before. We'll start with the buyer screen. You can see that the button is much bigger, making it easier to recognize what category you're in. We also made the buttons blue against a black background, which makes them brighter and easier to read. On the old program, all of our buyer's estimates were on the front screen, making it a bit cluttered. Now we just have a Quick Estimate button for all loan types. When you click on Quick Estimate, it takes us to all of the loan types. You see we still have all the same loans as before, but everything is cleaner on these pages. Now let's click on Conventional Loan to see what's new there. Here the input screen has bigger fields, and the field you're in is highlighted in a light blue so you can easily tell which field you're entering information. We'll go ahead and put in a house price of $450,000. Here you see that we still have the defaults in the other sections that you can change if you need to. You may notice that there aren't as many fields as before. That's because we now have an Additional Options button. When we tap on Additional Options, we see some of the options that are not used as often, like discount points and HOA fee. Also, if you want to finance PMI, change PMI settings, change the prepaids or the qualify ratio. In this case, we'll enter an HOA fee of $1,200 a year, and just click Continue. And that takes us back to the new input screen. With all of our numbers entered, we can hit the new big green compute button that's now over on the right side under the keypad. On the results screen, you see some nice changes as well. It's still the same information in easy to read form, but we've highlighted 2 of the most important figures, PITI and how much is due at closing. We've also made it much more clear on how to view your detailed closing costs by making it a nice, bright blue button. Once you click on Closing Costs, you'll see a list of all your prepaid and fixed costs, just as before. If we hit back, we're taken back to the results screen. Now our save and print options are more prominently displayed over on the right side of the screen in those nice blue buttons. Just tap Save to save as a PDF so you can email it, or tap Print to print a copy for your clients. And now to go back to the main screen, we tap Menu. All of the loans on our Quick Estimate have those same features and work the same way. You may have noticed there's no miscellaneous category. We've changed that tab to Lender. and I'll go ahead and click on that. You see that the lender button has now moved to the center. Whatever category you're in will always be in the middle and larger than the other tabs. All the programs under lender have always been in the program, but are used mostly by lenders, hence the name. We have moved Register and Setup over to the bottom right of every screen so that you can always get to them. If you need to register or up for renewal, the button will always be there. If you're registered already, the button will disappear until you need it. If you need to go to the Setup to change any closing costs, change any defaults, or anything else, just click on Setup. The setup is still the same, just with a different look. You can still hit General Settings to change your defaults, change your tax rates, change your transfer rate if you have one. You can change your print info and change your PMI settings. You're still able to change your closing costs, but now if you hit Buyers, it populates below for the Buyers programs. And if you hit Sellers, it populates the Sellers programs. I have nothing to change, so I'm just going to hit Menu. And that should wrap up the changes to the new Pro version. Unless I'm forgetting something. Oh yes, the new short sale program with the 2010 HUD-1. As a title company, you're not trying to push this on the realtors to always do for themselves. Your escrow officers are happy to do it. But if the realtor is stuck and needs one in a snap, you can now give them their backup plan. To get to the sellers programs, I just tap on Sell, and you see that we did the same thing with this screen as we did with the buyers programs. The different loan types are beneath each button. But for now, we're going to check the new short sale program. We see the different types of loans, and we'll hit Conventional. It will take us to the input screen of the short sale net sheet. We'll run this net sheet just like we have in the past, except it looks so much nicer now. I'll enter a price of $375,000. I'll also enter a loan balance of $365,000 and an interest rate of 6%. Now I can just hit Compute. We see in this case they're going to be short almost $18,000. And this is just what the banks are looking for in the new 2010 HUD-1. Luckily, we can help them with that. We can either print or save the HUD, and I'll choose print. Now we're going to have to type in some basic information about this property if we're going to autofill this HUD. Luckily, I'm a fast typist. After filling out the first page, you click Next, and we fill out the second page. Once that's all done, you just click Next once more, and we have an auto-filled 2010 HUD-1 settlement statement. From top to bottom, everything needed to fill out the new HUD was completed in just a few minutes using LawyersAgent PRO. Once finished, you can choose to save this as a PDF and email it, or hit print to hand it in, or save a copy for yourself. As we said before, the new HUD feature isn't designed to take the place of your escrow officers doing it for clients. It just gives them a backup plan. And your escrow officers will love this maybe more than agents, because they do these a lot and it will save them so much time. LawyersAgent has always been a great tool to help you leverage business, but LawyersAgent Pro is a game changer. So now that you've got the new Pro version, get out there, use it, and tell us what you think. Thank you.